I'm making this video to show that that Neapolitan 64, even though he knows a lot of stuff, it doesn't mean he's always right. Well, I know I said in these earlier videos that I wasn't making this to show that he was wrong and stuff, but people need to realize that just because he knows a lot of things, that doesn't mean he gets everything right, though. I mean, he gets things wrong too. So let's have a little look at the things that Neapolitan 64 has told me won't work, but do. So over here I have a PS5 controller, and down here I have a PlayStation 3. Turn on the light so you can see that PlayStation 3. And here's what I'm going to do. What he told me is that you can't use a PS5 controller with a PlayStation 3. And in my earlier videos, if you've been watching them, you know that you've seen me sync it and use it with things before. But you probably saw that it didn't work with PS2 games. But it does. The PS5 controller does work with the PS3. It works with PlayStation 3 games. And probably some PS2 games as well, as long as they're ones that don't check to see if you have a DualShock 2 controller or a DualShock controller of any kind. And it probably works on from the PS1 games that we tried with it, it worked on those too. It worked on the basketball game. So it should work on PS1 games unless they have a certain thing that searches for whether or not you have a DualShock controller. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the PS3 with the PS5 controller. So here's how I'm going to do it. Because apparently Neapolitan 64 told me that can't be done, that you can't play PS3 games with it. So I'm going to turn on the PS3. Oh, you can't really see that controller, can you? Let's try turning on the light a little bit. Okay, now you can probably see it better. But yeah, I'm going to turn on the PS3 down there. Just going to press the button. Don't know if you heard that. But yeah, it should pop up here in a minute. See? PS3, PlayStation 3. And just give it a minute. Okay, so it's all turned on and everything. And what I'm going to do is first, let me show you that the PS3's on, so that way you can see the light and stuff on it. Sorry, my hand got in the way. But yeah, you should be able, if I come over here, you should be able to tell it's on. See the green light? The green light on the PS3 way over there? Finger's pointing at it. Yeah, see it's on. PS3. Okay. It's the one with the sticker on it right here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and first I'm going to sync the PS5 controller to the PS3. So let me show you how to do this. So the first thing you want to do is go all the way over to the, obviously this is a PS3 controller, but you go all the way over to settings, then you go down to accessory settings, and then you press X on that. Then once you're in here, you go down to manage Bluetooth devices. This might be kind of hard to see. Let me try and adjust the brightness so you can see it say that. Manage Bluetooth devices. So there you go. And go into that. Then while you're here, it says there are no Bluetooth devices registered. Do you want to register a device? Now, if you already have Bluetooth devices, like already have Bluetooth devices synced to your PS3, you'll see a different screen than this. Me, I don't have any synced to it right now, so it's saying there are none. I'm going to say yes. And it says to register Pair, you will need to prepare the Bluetooth device. For information on pairing the device, refer to the instructions supplied with the Bluetooth device. Now, I don't know what the instructions are, but I do know how to pair the PS5 controller to the PS3. So here's what we're going to do. you hold the create button, this one over here, and the PlayStation button until the controller starts blinking blue. The light, I mean. Okay, see that? It's trying to connect to connect. So now we're going to just choose this option that says start scanning on the PS3. And if you notice, wireless controller is shown up. So we'll just lower this brightness. And I'm going to press X on that. And register completed. So it's still going to say wireless controller up here. It says human interface device. And if we look down at the PS5 controller, now the blue light is firm. See, it's all ready to go. Nice and firm. Now, however, if you try to start a PS3 game like this, you won't be able to play it because it's in player 2 spot. See, if we look at the PS3 controller, if we look at the DualShock 3, this PlayStation 3 controller, it still says it's on player 1. So what happens is it puts this into player 2. And because of that, you won't be able to play your PS3 game unless you play a 2-player game and someone else is first player. So the way to fix this is first, you get out of this menu, which I can do with the PS5 controller, or you can do it with the PS3 one. Doesn't matter which controller you use to get out of this menu. So I'm just going to press O. Then I'm going to press O again. And then I'm going to go ahead and scroll over. And I'm going to go ahead and go to Turn Off System. I'm going to press the X button. And it's going to ask me if I want to turn off the system. Do you want to turn off the system? I'm going to press X. And there you go, it's turning off. You'll see the controller will go blank in a minute. Okay, so there's no light anymore. And the PS3 is turning off. So yeah, the PS3 is turned off completely. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go ahead and turn back on the PS3 without the PS3 controller. I'll keep the controller pointed this way so you can see I don't have the PS3 controller on. I'm just going to turn on the PS3 with the PS5 controller only. Now watch. I'm just going to press this. Hear that noise? That's the PS3 booting up. See, the lights are off. And we can look up here. And the PlayStation 3 is starting. See, it says PlayStation 3. Back down here, the lights are still off on the controller on this one. And this one has synced. So I turned that on by just pressing the PlayStation button on the PS5 controller. I turned on the PS3 because once the PS5 controller is synced to the PS3, you can actually turn it on with the PlayStation button. So next, let's go get a PS3 game. And I'll show that you can play PS3 games this way. So let me go get a PlayStation 3 disc to prove that it's a PlayStation 3 game and not so that way you guys don't think it's something else. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to pull it out of here. It's Fairy Fencer F for PlayStation 3. See? So I'm going to just go ahead and grab this one. It's hard to pick up. There we go. Fairy Fencer F. PS3, PlayStation 3. Okay, so now we're going to take this game disc and we're going to put it in the PS3. Okay, just making sure I don't trip on anything. There's like a ton of cords and everything else down here. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to try and get the disc in there. It always has a bit of a hard time getting PS3 games in there. Don't know why. But yes, I inserted it. And now you're going to see it pop up here and it'll just start up automatically. Which is something else. Neapolitan 64 said that Nintendo games, they just start up right away. And if you saw my earlier video, they don't always. And look. And PS3, it started up right away, right when I put in the disc. So as you can see, that's the case. Is as long as disk auto start is on, you can go ahead and just start the game right away. And usually when you buy a PS3 brand new, it usually has it defaulted to being on. So unless you yourself have changed something, it shouldn't do anything. So yeah, so here's Fairy Fencer F. I got my PS5 controller out. As you can see, I can move the control stick down and up. And I'm going to try to raise the brightness or see if you can see it better. Oh yeah, now you can see it a lot better. So yeah, so look, I can move it up and down. And as you can see, it works on the this PS3 game. Here, I'm going to go to continue and actually do some gameplay. This button. Yes, I want to load the game. And there it goes, loading it. Completed. And there we go. So yeah, and look, see the PS3 controller is still off, and this controller is still synced to the PS3. So I'm going to go ahead and go into a level like this one over here, or a dungeon, I guess is what you would call it. Yeah, dungeon. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to press X on that. For the enter soul planes, I'm just pushing this control stick with my finger. I'm going to press X on yes. Then it's going to load into the level. Or I mean the dungeon. Sorry, I keep calling it a level. I'm used to other games. But yeah, so I can move around. I can swing the sword. See, I'm swinging my sword. I can move around. With the control stick. Sorry. Here you go. Yeah, I kind of almost dropped the phone trying to use the controller because I don't think I can do it with my toe. Let me see if I can kind of. Okay, I can kind of. Man, the PS5 controller is so big; it's so hard to do this. There we go. I attacked that dragon-looking thing. So this is an RPG, by the way, a JRPG. So it's turn-based. So first I'll attack this bee-looking thing over here. If you're wondering about the sound, I actually have it muted because I don't want you guys to hear any swearing or anything. So because you might not be okay with that. So I muted the TV so you won't hear anything like that. So yeah. So now I'm going to go on over to I muted the TV before we even started this whole thing. So yeah. Well, actually, I guess more accurately, I turned the volume down all the way is the more accurate way to put it. Because if we look over here, look at the volume. It's at 0. So yeah, it's at 0. Volume 0. Okay. So now that you know that the volume's at 0, so yeah, I'll press it 2 more times just to show it because I have a habit of doing things over and over. But yeah. So next, I'm going to attack this enemy that's in front of me with the PS5 controller. I'm going to go ahead and press triangle, and I'm going to transform using Fair Eyes over there with the R. I'm going to press R1. Okay. Well, R1's not doing anything. Oh, is it just some D-pad? Maybe never mind. I think it's the D. Oh, it's the D-pad. Sorry, I'm pressing the wrong thing. It's the D-pad. It's been a while since I played this game. But yeah, so I pressed the D-pad and went over to Fair Eyes. Now I'm going to press X on it. Then you'll see this character transform. Okay. And now I'll take out this enemy with the. I'm going to press triangle. And now I'm going to go to Skills and Magic with the X button. I'm going to press X on it is what I mean. Now I'm going to go down to Force Impact. So I need to get the controller up here again. See, it's letting me move up and down. I can also use the D-pad to do this. Okay, I'm going to press X on Force Impact. And then you'll be able to watch him. Oh, I guess I still have to choose the enemy. Okay, so I have to press X one more time, which I just now did. And I put down the controller, and you can watch him attack this enemy. So there you go. So yes, the game lets me play it with the PS5 controller. Yeah, I completed some kind of quest, and as you can see, I can move around. So yeah, it all works. So next I'm just going to go back and exit out of the dungeon. Oh, and you might be wondering if the right stick works. It does. Here you go. Right stick. Down. Up. Oh, and what's interesting about this game is the camera controls are actually already inverted by default. Like it says normal, but they're actually inverted. Let me show you what I mean. Like I'm going to press triangle and go into the... I'm going to go over here to the settings real quickly. For the system, I mean. I'm going to press X on it. And we go down... Oh, sorry. Go down to the configuration. Press X on it. Then we're in here, and in here, if you look at the camera, up and down, it's on normal right now, and left and right is on normal. So you'll probably be thinking, well, then that means they just go up and down and left and right the way they're just the regular way. But actually, this does it like the Nintendo 64. Wait and see. Look, it's on normal for the camera controls, but watch. If I get out of here, if I push left, the camera's going to turn to the right. See, it's turning to the right. Look, I'm pushing left and it's going right. And I push right, it goes left. If I push down, he starts looking toward the sky. If I push up, he looks toward the ground. So see, normal is actually inverted on this game. So yeah, so it's actually like the Nintendo 64. So this actually has normal as being the 64 as the camera type of directions. And the GameCubes as well. So, because GameCube games are like that as well. Unless they have the option to change it from inverted and stuff. See, down, up, left, right. See, it does it the opposite way. So, yes. Yeah. So, I don't know if I can also push that other control. Here, let me see if I can push both control sticks to give you a better idea of this. So, I'm going to push forward and hold to the right. And it goes left. Oh, that enemy touched me. Let me just run away from this. So I should be able to run away by just... Oh, can I not run away? Oh, I guess I have to go all the way over to the... Oh, this is one of those games where you have to go all the way over to the end of the field just to run away from the RPG fight. So I'll just defeat them real quickly, and that'll be faster than doing anything. I just push cancel there. Pushing X. Oops, I accidentally canceled the attack again. There we go. There, he's beat. And now let me try and do this again. So I'm going to walk forward, and I'm going to push to the left so he'll walk right. See how the camera's turning to the right while I'm holding it left and I'm walking forward? And if I push to the right, it'll do it the other way. So this is usually the way I have to see if it's inverted or not and so on. So yeah, this has the default as... So this has normal camera settings as being the inverted. So that's kind of fun, or kind of cool. That's like the 64 and GameCube by default. So, anyways, oh, that enemy showed up again. I pressed start. See, I can get back out of the CO and then start putting up the map. I thought pressing start again would get rid of the map. It didn't. Anyways, so that's about it for this game. So then next we'll look at another, once I turn off the PS3, we'll look at another, oh, oops, I pushed the wrong button, I pressed square. See, square does this. But if I go over to exit and press X, exit the dungeon, yes. Okay, so, see, I was able to do that. Okay, so next time, if I want to quit out the game, I actually need to use the PS3 controller. I can't use the PlayStation button on the PS5 to do that. Or I could just take out the disc as another option. But I'm going to quit out using this PS3 controller. So I'm going to sync this now. There you go. It changed it to set it to player 2. Now I'm going to press the PlayStation button. See, again, it's player 2. So I'm going to go ahead and press the PlayStation button. This will actually let me quit out. See, it says quit game up there. I'm just going to press X on it. quit the game, and I'm going to go to yes. You might be thinking, well, that's annoying. You have to actually quit out with the other controller. Well, yeah, that's true. If you want to quit out and go back to the menu, you do. Or if you want to change what position each controller is in, you will have to use a PS3 controller. Yeah, another thing you might not know is that see, the game actually has this little preview up there when it's a PS3 game. Unlike the PS2 and PS1 games, they'll actually say the name of the game, and it'll show a little preview, a little bit of the game, like over there. See, Barry Fencer F. So yeah, it's pretty cool that you can do that. That it does that for PS3 games. Oh, and it also changes the background back here to look like from the game as well. Because if I push down, it won't have that background anymore. So yeah, it's just blank normally. So if I go up to the game, and see it shows a preview and it shows the background. And it still shows a disc. Though I don't know why it's... I guess it shows it as blue because it's a Blu-ray disc, but the bottom isn't blue, so I don't know why it does that. Why they have it look blue. But anyways, yeah, so what I'm saying is, yeah, so see, the PS5 controller works on PS3 games. We just tried it, and it works on the PS3. So next I'm just going to take back out the disc, I guess. Yeah, this video might split into 2 parts because it's already past 20 minutes. So usually once it gets up to like 30-something minutes, it usually splits into another part. So I apologize if that happens. But yes, I'm going to eject the disc. I press that button down there. You can see it come on out. So yeah. Barry Fencer F, PlayStation 3, PS3. And see, it's not up here anymore. So I took out the disc. It'd be kind of hard to see. Let me try and turn on the picture. Yeah, see, it's not up there anymore. Yeah, these other games are games that I bought on the PSN store. They're for the PSP, so they keep them in these little bubbles because you have to actually connect your PSP to the PS3 with a USB cable and transfer them over so you can play them. Because it doesn't let you play them right from the PS3. Anyways, yes, I'm going to go ahead and put this Barry Fencer F game away. So, let me go do that. So, the next thing we'll do, either be in this video or the next video. I don't know which one yet because I don't know if this is going to split into 2 parts because of how this phone works. But I'll try to do it in this video. If I don't, I'll make another. I guess you'll see it in the next part. But yeah, so I put that away. So let's take a look at another thing that Neapolitan64 also told me wouldn't work. So we turn on the TV. See, I have that set on the PS5's input. You might not have been able to see it that well, but yeah, it's on there. And then I'm going to turn on the PS5. I actually bought a black PS5 controller, which is pretty cool. So you can tell it's PS5 controller because of the PlayStation symbol in the middle. Okay, I'm going to turn on the PS5. Oh, sorry, I didn't push the button hard enough. Here we go. Hear it beeping and turning on. You'll see the color will turn white once it's fully turned on. You can see it's just booting up there too on the TV. Okay. I'm going to kind of aim it away from the TV so you guys don't see my user account. So I went into the game, not into the game, but into the PS5's menu, I haven't started up any games yet. But yeah, so here we go, here's the PS5's menu. See, the PS5 is on. Now what Neapolitan64 said, or told me, is that Ultra 4K DVDs don't work on this PS5. He said that he knows they work on the Series X, but that they don't work on the PS5. Well, guess what? They do work on it. And I'm going to show it. So let's come back in here. First off, I'll turn off this PS3 because it doesn't need to stay on now that we're done with it. Yeah, I'm actually using the PS3 controller now, but I can do it with the PS5 one if you want. Watch how I'll use this PS5 one. See, look, I can go all the way over, and I can push X on power on turn off system, and I can push X again and it'll say yes. Now watch, the controller will turn off and the system will turn off. See, the controller turned off, and the PS3. See, look, this controller's still off, and the PS3 turned off. So there you go. Yeah, so now the PS3 is off. Not sure if you can tell from the light down there. I'll try to get over here a little bit more. But yeah, see, it's all red now, the light, because the PS3 has been turned off. Okay, and yeah, it's still that sticker one. Okay, so we turned off the PS3. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to head on in here to where the PS5 is. Or, see, it's still on, the PS5. So you know that that controller that just turned off earlier was not synced to the PS5. The black one is the one that's synced to the PS5. This black one right here. I do have two white PS5 controllers, but I'm not using those. Because one is synced to the PS3. So, and the other one I just don't need to use right now. But yeah, they're both off. Yeah, they're both off. Anyways, going back to what I was saying. So he said a 4K DVD won't work. Well, let's see look at what we have here. This might be hard to see. 4K Ultra HD. Oh, that's really hard to see, isn't it? See, I'm seeing if changing the brightness will help you guys see it at all. Okay, well, you can probably tell there now, I think. Let's try turning off the light. Oh, there, you can kind of see it better with the light off. Let's try turning up the brightness. See, 4K Ultra HD. See, it says it right up there, 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and digital copy. I might have to turn back on the light so you can see that. So, or digital code. Never mind, not digital copy, digital code. My bad. But yeah, so this has a 4K DVD in it. I mean 4K Ultra. So yeah, 4K Ultra. See if you can see that. I don't know if you can. There you go. You can kind of see it more this way. 4K Ultra HD. And this is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to put this disc into the PS5, and you'll see it'll work. Okay, I'm going to actually stop the video here and start recording the new one right now. So here we go. I'm going to stop it here.